Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. All right, you know it. It's the end of the month. You know what that means. The boys are back. They want to know all about Madam Web. They don't know what they're in for. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the High Priest of Honshu and all things Batman. It is.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Ray. I'm back. Here for more Ben. Well, more Kaine, really. So I still love Ben, but, you know, Chasm. That's all I got to say. How you going, Phil?
All right. Good. And, of course, Mr. Signal of Doom himself, the spiritual medium for Gardner Fox, the ghost of Gardner Fox. It is.
Hello, everybody. Dave here. I'm the man in black. I'm an enigma tonight, broadcasting from a, very secret location. We're here to discuss a very journeyman-like issue of Scarlet Spider. This is one for the paycheck. Nothing more, nothing less. We could almost call the show there. That's it. 5.5 out of 10 because I expect more. But I do come bearing some teasing information. We all know across the internet world that myself and Mr. Tom Brevoort have had our clashes in the past. Well, just last night, there was a bit of a clash of swords on the internet, and that's all I'll say on Phil's show. If you want to tune in for more, check out Signal of Doom. Well, we'll go blow by blow through it. And it was a hell of a lot of fun, and it was everything I ever could have dreamed of. If only Akira Yoshida had been there as well. Must have been in Japan under a fake name.
Oh.
Yeah, we got into it. Ray, you've seen some of it. Just a sizzle reel, man, and I guess you can't wait for the blow by blow, though, Ray. We're going to go through it line by line.
Well, yeah, acts of violence were talked about. Stuff.
Oh yeah. This was everything I ever could have hoped for, and it was like I was like the cat that swallowed the cream, and all I can say is if you want the in-depth blow by blow analysis, tune into Signal this week because myself and Rich will go straight through it, and a good time was had by all, frankly.
A clean cut.
Clean cut victory to me, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I won the internet that day.
Wound, what do you call it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I won the internet that day.
So what? This is like a Twitter battle or something, or
it was a Facebook standoff.
Oh, okay.
Okay, gunfight at the OK Corral. It was great. It was actually, to be honest, it was something that I've been just waiting for, like a fucking lion in the jungle, and then I came upon a fat, slow gazelle, well past his prime, and I just cut him down by the water's edge. And all I can say is the better man won. Me. Obviously.
There you go. Just a little bit of a tidbit of what's to come.
Just a tidbit. Yeah, no details. Tune in for Signal for the really in-depth story. And Phil, a pleasure to be back on the show, my friend.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you, Dave.
Yeah. I wish I could say this was anything more than perhaps the most mediocre comic that was churned out of the conveyor belt. It was AI could have written this one,
It seemed like it was a fill-in because, as you see, the same one we're covering this week. Yeah, it kind of just fell in between two arcs.
Can I just say as well? I don't know if anyone noticed. Didn't the art started to fade out towards the end as well? Did you notice that the quality of the art?
Yeah.
Anyway, we can get into it. I'd say, having said that though, David, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was just like a little story. Good to see Armadillo.
You're easy pleased, Ray. You're easy pleased, my friend. It doesn't take much. Doesn't take much to entertain Ray.
Well, look, I'm not looking,
you know.
I'm not looking for Tolstoy. I'm just looking for a bit of a fun romp. You know.
Yeah.
This was good. Yeah, but yeah, no, I totally. I can see where you're coming from, Dave. Of course, and it'd be silly not to think that this wasn't a filler, as Phil said.
Pure
It
Phil.
was a cute little story.
It was quite cutesy wootsy. I'll agree with that comment.
Yeah.
This reminded me a lot of comics I used to get when I used to go down there weekly, and you try to tell yourself it was a good issue. Oh, it was okay. Yeah,
No.
you know what? Like it filled in the dots, connected from A to B to C. But then in that cold light of day, 5 years later, what did I do with my life? What decision did I make that took me down this road? And I think, Ray, if you really conducted a thorough post-mortem, this one doesn't pass muster, my friend. You know.
Oh, look, it is massively forgettable.
That's
not gonna. It's something that you read and you go, okay, look, yeah, you put your mind's eye in real time back in the day. If you're a big Kaine fan, you might be a bit disappointed waiting 1 month for a new issue to come out, and you get this. But again, this is kind of like for me, this is like a pause. It's like a breath. Take a breath in the series.
It's almost like the romance issue as well.
Yeah,
like there was love was in the air. Love is in the air.
I forgot. Can someone please remind me who Annabelle was? I forgot. Who she was.
I don't know either. Actually, that's a good question.
Pink-haired lady, Phil.
She's basically the one that works at that hotel where he's staying, and she's basically been friends with him in the whole.
Oh, okay. Did she work in the bar? Was she behind the bar?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Phil was going to say she was the whore.
Sure.
I want to do a shout out now. Nothing connected to Kaine, but I watched a good movie the other day. It was the 2004 remake of The Alamo with Billy Bob Thornton. Gave a good performance, and that it reminded. Like I must say, the movie it's a 7, but he gives a 9 out of 10 performance. Really, he does.
He's always he puts in, doesn't he, Billy Bob? What is this called? The Alamo? Is it called The Alamo?
The Alamo. Okay. Yeah, it's a remake.
Okay.
Never heard of The Alamo, right?
No, I've never heard of that movie. I've never heard of that because you said 2007 or something. So it's 2004 or whatever. So I was definitely clued into film. Like that flew over my head. I didn't realize that.
Missed it for a second. I thought Ray hadn't heard of The Alamo, and I was like, "Jesus Christ, where have you been, Ray?" Yeah. Look,
Texas. Yes.
Billy Bob plays Davy Crockett, and he does a great performance. And obviously, those familiar with the classic John Wayne movie when John Wayne played him and directed the movie. Look, that 1960 version is a far more superior and more entertaining movie. Yeah. But this was good. Jason Patrick played Jim Bowie, a knife fighter.
Jason Patrick, he's a good actor. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kept thinking of that line from the Johnny Cash song where he goes, "They ran into a knife fighter and a gambler named Bowie." And so Jason Patrick played Jim Bowie, who died on his deathbed firing, and his mother said, "I dare say they found no wounds in his back," which is what they'll say about me, Ray.
Yeah.
Unlike Brevoort, oh yeah.
I said The Alamo, so get it while
involved.
It's hot. 19
and
years ago.
I thought of it because the reason I thought of it was because isn't this set in Texas?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I found. You're sorry, Dave.
I said that's the link to my anecdote.
Yeah, look, I found it charming as well. Something a bit different. Not New York. I do like it when the heroes. I mean, and Kaine has been out of New York for obviously this whole series, but to have the fact that they emphasized, we don't wear all this gear. We only wear it one day a year where everyone thinks we wear this sort of stuff. I thought that was pretty funny. There was one line. There was one line about Armadillo, Kaine saying, "I hope he doesn't molest that cow." I thought
that was funny.
I had to laugh at that. That was pretty.
That was funny.
Yeah,
that was actually funny. That Armadillo was there with his girlfriend. That was good.
Armadillo's a weird one, isn't he? He seems like he's a big oaf. Every time I seem to bump into like him in the comics. I do recall he's kind of seen as a sympathetic kind of,
Yeah,
you feel
he's
sorry
like a CD list villain who's so pathetic that he's almost like a very minor level hero.
Yeah, he's a sad sack. This seems like
sad sack.
This seems like a theme with him, because even like I remember first seeing him in the 80s, he was like working for a villain because he was like, oh, he can cure me, being the Armadillo because my wife left me because because I'm not a human anymore and stuff. So
okay, so it's not like Rhino. It's not like a suit that he's stuck in. That's his actual
he was
body?
physically transformed.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wow.
Is Rhino stuck in the suit?
Yeah, well,
at least back in the day he was. I don't know if
original.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I love Rhino.
Like usually, when he was originally working for the Russians, they like sealed him in that suit. And he couldn't.
They bonded him in that suit. Yeah, and the running gag was like, you don't know how does he go. Have a whiz. That sort of stuff. So
right. I tell you something I saw interesting today. Apparently, in one of the Spider-Man, titles, I think it's Superior Spider-Man. Apparently, Otto Octavius and Peter Parker have some weird thing where you find out that Peter Parker has been slowly killing Otto Octavius over the years with his super strength, and supposedly the whole concept is like that Peter Parker's been irresponsible because even though Otto is a villain, Dr. Octopus is a villain, Peter with all his strength has been beating up on him for years, and he's kind of half crippled him and stuff.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was like kind of the lead up to Superior Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, where Otto was in the he's looking really decrepit.
Otto was like dying and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like
they recap that. They recap that in the new issue. So they do like a mind transfer again, and apparently that's the context of it. But I was thinking about it today. At the end of the day, you're breaking the fucking law, Otto. What do you expect? Frank Castle doesn't.
He
puts himself in that position, doesn't he?
I mean, there was that story from the 80s too, where like the Black Cat gets shot and almost killed, and like there was like a war between Dr. Octopus and the Owl, and eventually Spider-Man just goes in, beats the crap out of him, and like rips those mechanical arms off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was the point where like Otto was like deathly afraid of him and stuff.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, I thought it was interesting, nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
It was good to see Kaine getting some at the end of this issue. It was really, to me, if I had the writer in front of me and he came in with this storyline, I might tell him to go back and rewrite it. Like Julie Swartz used to get a rewrite. Just sit in the office, give him a pen, give him a typewriter, and pound it out. You got 2 hours. You can do better.
There was the only connecting threads was that kind of anonymous letter at the beginning, right? And it was bookended at the end with Annabelle burning it, implying that she was the psycho who wrote it.
Yes.
That was the only kind of thing. Other than that, this was a fully contained one.
And was that Craven? Was that Craven?
Yeah, with the daughter.
Yeah. We're eventually going to get Craven. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So did we know that Craven? We knew that the daughters were involved. Did we know Craven was involved already?
Oh, I just assumed, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the regular Spider-Man book, I mean, his whole family, like he had, was it a wife and daughter?
Okay, I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
He was for the longest time, and then around this era, they resurrected him, which was stupid because
is he back now, alive in the normal comics?
Oh yeah.
In the normal, is he? Okay, I thought he's son.
Once they resurrected him, he's been alive.
Good. Because I got to say, and this is going to sound brutal, I hate it when you get sons and daughters and stuff taking over the mantle. Like, give me the original, Well,
that's
like
that's the thing. Over the years, they had at least like 2 or 3 sons try to take over that mantle.
Yeah.
Was it
never works?
Wasn't it Phil in Spencer's run of Hunted that was the son, right? And you had Craven the father there, and they were working together. Where they had that kind of Central Park.
Oh yeah. Was that even the one? I mean, I think some or all those sons were turned out to actually be clones of Craven or something.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Craven's a weird one. He seems to be perpetually kind of in this state of, he's going to die, or everyone emulates that JMD Mateus kind of run and depiction of him, there's always that kind of first person
Yeah.
lyrical prose that he gets in. Yeah, I like to see him fleshed out a bit more, like in a different angle, like different perspective.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they wanted Craven back, but it's like, what's the best Craven story? It's that J.M. DeMatteis Craven's Last Hunt where he dies.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Is that movie still coming out? What's going on with that?
Yes,
it's coming out.
It is. Yeah.
Well, I think it's got a hard act to follow after Madam Web. I mean, I think it's going to whiff probably as well. Like,
speaking of what Madam Web and movies, Phil, do you want to give us your review? Give us the spoiler review. I want to hear everything, man, about this movie.
Okay, I'll give you my review in my best Dave Finn voice. This was shit.
Really?
I mean, well, like Lilith was saying, this thing had gone through like several rewrites. Like, because originally I think it was supposed to be like a time travel story. Like it was originally going to be Ezekiel travels back to 2003 and tries to kill like a baby Peter Parker, and then Madam Web and the girls have to go back and stop. But now it's not time travel. It's just it takes place in 2003.
Oh,
yeah.
It just yeah.
So the movie takes place in 2003.
Yes.
Yeah. It's apparently just before Peter's born, right? So
yes, Peter's born like at the end of the movie. So yes,
yeah.
Really?
So
Ben Parker, is he in it?
Yes, yeah. Cassandra Webb is or Cassie as they call her, is a paramedic, and her partner in the ambulance is Ben Parker,
which is the guy from Parks and Recs, right?
Yeah. Adam Scott. So
Adam Scott? Are you fucking kidding?
No.
He plays Ben Parker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't have picked him as Ben Parker. I like him, but a
young Ben,
I don't. Wow.
Yeah, because he's young. Because he even tells Cassie about, I think I've met the one. I met this special woman, but
yeah. And
but hold on. I'm confused. If it's in 2003 and he hasn't even met Aunt May normally is like 90, and he's old when he dies.
I mean, look at these movies; they keep de-aging.
Look at I don't
so
think
everyone's de-aged. Everyone's de-aged.
Again,
so everyone's de-aged.
Again, you're starting to see the problem with Madam Web. Yes. Because from the way they phrase it, it sounds like he just met May, although we never see her in this movie.
Maybe he's into older women. Maybe she is like 90.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. Because we never see her. I don't know if there's like weird.
I don't
know if there's weird things because we don't even call her by name. We don't call May by name, and it's like we don't even call Peter Parker by name because it's just like, Richard Mary's baby, but we never call him Peter Parker.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
did they delve into
when you see the birth?
Yeah.
You kind of
you go, dude.
You don't even really see the birth because it's happening during the final battle. It's kind of like, she's going into labor, and then after the battle, it's like, Mary had the baby. So you really don't even see the birth.
Yeah. So do you see? Is there any fleshing out of Peter's parents as like agents and all that?
Not really.
No.
I mean, you see it like there's like a baby shower in the beginning, and then after that, Richard has to go out of town, so Ben's kind of taking care of Mary.
Right.
But yeah, nothing really about their secret agent stuff.
Yeah, I saw a snippet of the dialogue, and it's pretty funny. There was
Silk in it.
No.
Cindy Moon.
No. Ray would have seen it already if Silk was in it. No.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I saw some of the dialogue on Twitter or X or whatever, and it said like. What was your response to this when you watched it, Phil? It was like, "You are the Madam of the Web. You are Madam Web." That was
you are
just from everything I've read in all the interviews, I think they tricked Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, and all of them, and thinking they were going to be in the main MCU. So they're
oh wow,
yeah. It's not good. But no, so Peter Parker's born at the end of this movie. So of course we knew Madam Web was, but Julia Carpenter, Maddie Franklin, and what's her face, Anya Corda.
Spider Girl. Yeah,
they're all older than Peter Parker because they're just when he's born. So
so they're good, like
10
years old.
So who exactly does Sydney Sweeney? Who exactly is
Julia
Sydney Sweeney
Carpenter.
playing? Like what
She's
character?
Julia Carpenter.
She's a teenage Julia
Oh,
Carpenter.
okay.
Yeah.
Western
Because people
Right.
they call Julia Cornwall because that's the maiden name, which she was
Okay.
Carpenter after she married the ex-husband. So yeah, so she's Julia Carpenter. That's Julia Carpenter is the character. It's so weird because again, I think this is more rewrites because the whole thing starts because Ezekiel, who's your bad guy, every night he has these visions of not Madam Web, but the other three killing him at some future date. So he's like, I have to kill them before they kill me and stuff, but he's, it's just some future date because he sees them as adults, already in costume, already have powers. So yeah, when he goes to kill them, they're teenagers. They don't have their powers yet. So the only time we see them in costume with powers during this movie is during these, when Disney.
Really? Is that all?
Yeah, that's what Richard told me as well. That's what Richard told me.
In his dream at the very beginning, and then they kind of have a flash forward at the end of the movie. That's it.
Is that it? Oh, well, okay. That it probably goes because I was about to ask. They probably don't follow the Julia Carpenter history, right? She didn't sign up to get these powers. Do you know? Or
again, you don't see how she gets her.
You don't know. Okay, so she just
except for those flash forwards. Yeah, she doesn't even have powers in this movie. So
yeah,
you don't know.
That is. You go to a comic book superhero movie to watch the superpowers, right? Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, Madam Web is just discovering her. I can see the future powers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the movie.
Yep, that's right.
At the end of the movie, had got their powers.
That was
sorry. What was that, Dave?
That was more clear than the movie. Yes.
So you're breaking up there, Dave.
Has everyone got their powers?
Has everyone what? Or sorry,
got their powers by the end of the movie, or not yet?
Sorry. What I'm asking is, yeah,
if they got their powers in the again,
that's right.
They do like a little flash forward at the end of the movie, so you kind of see them in.
But that's not present day.
Yeah, it's not. It's not really like present day because after spoilers. After the final battle, Cassandra Webb gets blinded. So yeah, so you got your
of course. Okay.
Yeah. And they kind of almost pull birds of prey where she takes the three girls in and they're kind of living. It almost looks like that damn clock tower, but yeah, they're kind of like living together because Julia's, her mother is like in an asylum somewhere, and her father's like remarried and has a new family. Really doesn't have much time for her, and the other two basically don't have Maddie Franklin's parents are always traveling or something. And, Anya Corzone's father got deported or something. So yeah.
Okay. No. That does sound pretty lackluster.
Is there any redeeming features whatsoever about this movie? Like, will I like it because it's so bad?
Yeah, that's what some of the articles are saying, right? It's so bad, it's actually good, right? Is that?
No, I get what you're going for, but this one is quality of bad, where it's not even funny. There's no redeeming quality to the bad.
Action scenes are good, or
there's not even that much action. Because except for like the final battle at the fireworks factory, yes, there's a battle at the fireworks factory. I mean, most of the movie, when they encounter Ezekiel, there's at least 2 times where Madam Web hits him with a car, and then they're like, "Let's run, let's get out of here." That's like your action to like the end.
How does she hit him with a car? She's only got precog powers. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway.
Well, he's going after the girls, and she drives up with a car and hits him.
Okay. She drives the car into him. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
It's such a shame to me because this movie and these characters really could have been very interesting. And someone like me who loves the Spider-Verse, I was quite excited thinking about all these kind of female spider characters. I like quite a lot of them, certainly enough to have supported the movie, but it just feels like this whole thing was a disaster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Phil, I've only got 3 words. I think beyond the Spider-Verse. I think that's the only thing that's...
Oh yeah, that's the only thing Sony has.
That's the only thing they've got left. And of course, Deadpool, I believe, is probably going to be the Marvel Jesus. I can't wait for that movie. It's looking so good. I mean, it's in a time now where everyone seems to be having fatigue. It breaks the YouTube record for the most views of trailers. It looks good. I can't wait. Yeah,
I can't wait either, Ray. I'm looking so forward to that movie.
Yeah, July.
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah, July 25. What a disappointment, but Phil, thank you for giving us the review. I'll certainly watch it on streaming, but I'm not going to bother going to the cinema now because I just think it just sounds so fucking bad.
That would be the recommendation. Yeah, don't go to the theater.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
And you were saying that Sydney Sweeney's playing a 16-year-old, and you can't really see any flesh or anything. So it sucks.
No, so it would be very weird to see that. Yeah,
it just sucks. Like everything sucks. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because you don't even have that. You know, it's so.
You're gonna have something to lean on, right?
There's no redeeming qualities to it. Yeah.
Well,
is there are there post credit scenes? Sorry,
no, so you don't have to sit through the credits.
What?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
well.
Okay.
I just feel bad for everyone involved, and you can't blame the actresses. This is a failure of writing and directing.
Yeah, no, because that's what I'm saying. That's what everyone's even saying. They kind of got tricked because I think they all thought they were going to be part of the MCU.
Is this look? I'm not an actor or in the business or anything like that. Maybe
you look like one with that hair. Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can elaborate. So when these actors came on board, right? They read a script and they thought, okay, this looks pretty good. It's not uncommon, right, for then that script to just totally change, right?
Oh yeah, that's
once they've signed the contract. That's terrible.
That's what Lil said. Yeah, I mean that thing was rewritten originally. I think. At least one draft was it was going to be time travel going back to 2000.
Yeah, but they would have read and signed the contract on the pretext that of the script that they read, and that might have been a half decent script or whatever. But once the studio starts changing it,
and also, Ray, they're talking up franchises and Spider-Verse, and they're selling the Marvel. They're selling the Marvel dream, but they're supplying really a D-list movie.
Well,
I think
you know what it is too. It's like they kind of have to put out a movie to keep whatever corner of the Spider-Verse they have left. So it's like they're like, okay, we have to put a movie out. So
and money talks as well. Like there's actors who probably let's face it, they aren't comic book lovers or fans of the property. It's for them. It's like, okay, I'm going to get money. Who cares? I'm gonna have to go on a junket and face the music when it comes to promoting this, but I get paid millions, so what do I care?
And they're probably hoping that it would be decent and they would have the girl power vibe, and that's the hope. But it just sounds like it's just a train wreck of a movie,
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it didn't do that good its opening weekend, but I'm just looking at an article now. It really dropped the second week too. It's saying 64% drop at the box office second weekend. The movie's is projected to only reach 35 million domestically here in the U.S.
Wow!
By the end of the weekend, far from its 80 million budget.
Wow. And it underperformed Mobius as well. Or Morbius, sorry, which was a disaster.
It came in under that.
Okay. And you want a number? I saw they were saying this was like, I was it was either, I don't think it was worse, but it was kind of in the range. The last time any kind of Marvel movie performed this badly its opening weekend was 2015's Fantastic Four.
Wow.
Oh, is that the Tiller?
Josh Trank.
The Trank,
yeah.
Which is a really bad movie.
Yeah,
I find it hard to believe.
Awful.
I mean, was it better than that, Phil?
Oh no! Surely it can't be bad as that.
I mean, you can make an argument either way. That's how bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm like, the story sucks. I mean, there's not a ton of action. Again, you really don't get any revealing costumes, so you can't even watch it with the sound off, for that. Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
I mean, pretty much all you get in that spot is like, you might get it like 2 or 3 butt shots of Dakota Johnson in jeans. That's it.
Okay.
So much.
But no skin.
I mean, remember I said to you this movie should have started with a 12-minute lesbian scene. Everyone remembers that comment.
I mean, it couldn't have made this thing any worse. Yeah, no.
Oh, it'd be nice to sit back with a cup of coffee and watch that, But unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. So I'm really nervous what Craven. I wasn't looking forward to Craven.
I've never had any confidence in the Craven movie. I'm sorry. I know that you love it. Yeah, but it is destined to fail. Like these are stupid ideas by Sony to begin with. Madam Web, Craven. I mean, they're just like, who know? If you're not into comics, you have NFI.
Look, yeah, Craven looks like it's coming out August 30th, so about a little over a month after Deadpool and Wolverine. So
no, it should try to come before Deadpool. To be honest, seriously, it's going to get caned with Deadpool.
You know the problem. You know the problem. I think a lot of these characters should have been combined into probably more Spider-Man centric movies themselves. And also, I think there's a case where you could tell me you could do a female Spider-Verse movie. I've got no problem with that, but you need to populate it with decent kind of characters, a good story, not Madam Web as a title.
Well, I think they were
kind
of talking about that after the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, like maybe an animated one with like female led, like it was like Spider-Gwen and a bunch of female characters. But I
believe that's happening, isn't it?
It was. I don't know if it still is or not. I mean,
I love Spider-Gwen, so I hope it happens.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen's cool.
I'm really disappointed, guys, because to me, I think there is enough cool stuff in the Spider-Verse that Sony could have done so much better than they've done. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, sorry, Phil.
I mean, that's what me and Lil said. It's like, why do this Madam Web movie? I mean, if you wanted to do it, we said they should have just had Sydney Sweeney do an adult Julia Carpenter movie, like a solo Julia Carpenter movie.
Yeah, I don't agree. Look, I don't disagree totally at all. The Madam Web, like, despite the title, David, you say the characters themselves, they're interesting enough. It's just that they faffed up the story big time, and they faffed up how they're supposed to use them. But Cassandra Webb, she's quite interesting. Sure, she's not, disabled, and she's not an older woman, which I understand why they probably do not do that. But all the other characters, Julia Carpenter, Maddie Franklin, Spider-Girl, they're good characters. They're not A-list Spider characters, but you could do so much with them. They just got it totally wrong. This is a prime example of, I'm assuming, studios getting the finger in the pie, having no idea about the source material, and they just ruined it. They just absolutely ruined it.
And Ezekiel was the villain. It's just so bad. Felt nothing. Yeah, just
I hate this. I hate this. Where was I talking about this? With this arbitrary just changing of characters just for the sake of it. Like, the MCU is not. It's its own universe. It's not 616, and we all understand that. There are essences of the character like Captain America, Iron Man that are true to the comic book form, but it's not exactly like the comic book. But when they start taking characters, and for me, one of them, I haven't even seen it, but Echo, where they just change her. They change Ezekiel. They change these characters to an extent, Miss Marvel and her powers as well. I mean, that is, you could argue, is fundamental to her character, her morphing powers.
I mean, it's so weird. Ezekiel is the villain, and then he's like crawling around in like this like black Spider-Man type suit, and it's just like he had a suit. It's like
Yeah,
I find that so weird because I didn't think Ezekiel was a villain at all.
He's not.
No,
right?
for the most part, he's trying to help Peter against like Morley and stuff. Yeah,
that's how I've seen him. Yeah,
he's
like the character.
He's like the Obi-Wan, Peter Parker.
I mean, they almost write him as like Moreland here because, like, if he touches someone, he can inject them with like a paralyzing poison.
They should have used the Inheritors. Use Moreland at least, and then
they should have used Moreland. I agree. Yeah,
just introduce him.
Yeah, like I said, Ezekiel was so flat, and then another plot that doesn't go anywhere. It's like he has like this henchwoman who's like always on the computer helping him track down the girls. At the end of the movie, you don't know what happens to the henchwoman. You don't see her.
Okay.
Phil, any Judas Traveler?
Again, I said there was no redeeming qualities. You know that mustache. That mustache would have redeemed this movie.
There was also There's also speculation of the Hood. Was the Hood there at all? No.
I really didn't see anything.
No, because there were studio shots on set of this guy in a red hood, and everyone thought it was a hood.
I mean, again, it's so weird too because I mean, the whole way Madam Web gets her powers is like back, her when her mother was pregnant, she was journeying in the Peruvian jungle. I'm sorry, and like looking for this like rare spider, and because as we learned later, when her mother went to the doctor, she's like, "Oh, your daughter's gonna be born with like some weird birth defect or something," and so that's why she went to the jungle to find a cure. Which again, Madam Web does get cured because the spider bites the pregnant mom and stuff, and then the mom dies in childbirth and stuff, and like these weird spider people in the jungle basically, are basically like, oh, we'll send the spider back to the world, and we'll be here when she needs us. And so then there's a whole montage where like, Madam Web goes back to the jungle, and the chief of these spider people basically teach her how to like use her vision, her seeing the future powers and stuff.
See, I don't mind that part. That part's okay, but
they don't do it well.
No, I bet they don't. But
again, there's like I said, there's plot points that never get resolved because like in the movie when she like finally like meets the girls and stuff and is trying to keep them safe from Ezekiel. At first, everyone's like, "Oh no, she kidnapped these girls." So like, that's like she even tells them in the beginning, she's like, "Well, I'll help save your lives, and you have to help clear my name that I didn't kidnap you." But nothing becomes of that. The plot point, everyone kind of
loose threads.
Again,
it's a mess.
I think it's part of the rewrite that never gets picked.
Yeah, that sounds like just a loose end.
It sounds like a real mess.
It sounds like, Phil, to me. I'm getting the same impression that I got when Elektra came out. Like that was just totally a really wrong film. I don't know if you liked it or not.
Well, that's what I told Lilith. I got the same vibe, as Elektra 2, where I'm like, oh, this should have been a made-for-TV movie, not for the theater.
Seems like an absolute mess. Terrible.
Wow. Anyway, so I'm going to defend Elektra a little bit. I didn't hate it.
Oh, didn't you?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, at least, I mean, it's not something nice to look at, but I mean,
exactly.
Most of the time, every time except for the last time when I've tried to watch Elektra, I've fallen asleep almost every time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not great. It's not great, but I'm just saying, in the cinema when I saw it, I was like, well, at least they're trying. It wasn't great, but this sounds worse than that.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm disappointed. I'm
very disappointed. That's tarnishing spider characters. Anyway.
Yeah.
And all I can say is thank God. Sorry, I just want to say, Dave, thank God Jessica Drew wasn't in there. Thank you.
You're lucky, Ray, because everyone else was. I was going to say it's a shame because I feel like they could do this so well animated as well with all these characters and with all the comics to draw upon. But I saw someone saying this movie was made by executives who don't even care about movies, let alone the comic books they're adapting.
Yeah, no, they just want this so they can keep their little corner of the Spider-Man, universe. That's pretty much what.
So it's just shockingly bad, and it's once again another clear example of corporate just absolutely mismanaging the property, and they don't learn lessons. Or they should look at Marvel and see all the things Marvel are doing wrong, and try to come up with a better plan, but they're not. They're doing even worse than the Marvel movies, which have been stinking up the joint recently.
Yeah,
and they're somehow worse than the fucking Marvels, which is one of the worst movies I've seen in 30 years.
Dave, I truly think it's what Phil touched upon. I think the cash cows for Sony, if you look at them, Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies and Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and all these other movies are their peripherals. It's as Phil says, they're just to keep the property. They don't care at all about the quality of the product. They're reaping most of their profits from those big ticket films, and that's what they're doing.
Sure.
These other ones are just fillers, basically, and that's what it is. It's
I wish that you know what I wish? I wish they'd done a reasonably budgeted animated movie and just put it out on streaming and forget about the cinema, because this is a failure and all they've done is tarnish the brand.
Well, hopefully it will be forgotten quickly. But animation is the way to go. I mean,
into the Spider-Verse. I mean, look, they put that out.
Yeah.
That was good. So
but you can just do a lot more. The whole the old saying about you do car chases and buildings blowing up, less budget. It's all in animated form and it looks cool. I mean, animation these days looks pretty cool. So they should do it and lean towards the market that actually, the people actually love to watch it. I don't feel that Madam Web is there to try and pull in non-comic book people into the properties. They're not doing it to help, you know, the property, Marvel property.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think we've hit the nail on the head where it's like the people making the decisions, the money people, the business people, they aren't fans of comics, and I think they don't get to where it's like, well, we put someone in a costume. Why is this not selling as well as Endgame or something? They don't get it. They don't get it. They're like, it's a superhero thing. Why did they go to that one and not this one? I don't know.
But it's a shame to me because I understand that. I don't actually think you need to be the world's biggest comic book expert to hire the right people. But what I'm trying to say is they can see the failures, box office wise, that are happening across the road on a brand that's even more successful. And in business, you can learn from other people's failures as well. And they've been down this road so many times that they should be able to having some sort of an analysis going, what are we doing wrong? Because Morbius was an example of this as well, and the failure. So they just aren't learning. They're just not learning from the mistakes.
So definitely isn't learning. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but Dave, I think that goes back to my point is that I don't believe that they actually care to that point. I think they have crunched the numbers, and they probably even projected the worst case scenario for Madam Web. But even then, that is outweighed by the profits they make with the other movies. So they don't care. They know that these movies will fail. They don't care. They're not looking to make a profit. If they break even, it's a bonus. That's what I firmly believe.
Yeah. You're probably totally right, man. It's just a shame to me. That's all. All I see is missed opportunity because the thing is, this could have been a movie that made decent money. Well, it's never going to make a lot of money, but made decent money. And it goes on, and you can build a franchise out of it. But they screwed the pooch.
Yeah, it's not even going to break even. It's not even going to break even.
No, it's not. It's not. And it doesn't deserve to. It's shit.
But also as well, I think Justin made a post as well. When you hire the writer that wrote Gods of Egypt and Morbius, what are you expecting? Like, what are you expecting?
Yeah,
their expectations, they know well what they're doing. And they're just putting it in. They're giving people jobs. Good on them. They get to make a movie, spend 6 months. So that's good for the industry. But, it's a small loss compared to bigger wins elsewhere.
Yeah. I'm not happy, Ray. I'll tell you that much right now, my friend.
I know. I know that that jolly mood he was in the beginning of this episode has gone away, huh?
Yeah. I was in a jolly mood, but that's ancient fucking history. And I'm not happy that I'm not seeing. I'll be brutally honest. I wanted to see Sydney Sweeney's boobs in the movie, and that's not happened either.
That's what I said.
Are there any movies that you do see her boobs, or is there?
There's TV shows. Oh yeah, I mean, she does full nude sex scenes. Yeah.
Oh, Dave, there you go.
Yeah.
I know about it. Don't worry.
I know it's getting played at that bachelor party. I know it's.
Look, God bless her. I love her.
I told Luke, I said the MVP of this movie is whoever's doing that wardrobe, because somehow they hide her boobs because she's like wearing like a little schoolgirl outfit. But yeah, you can't
do that.
So that's what Lil said. Maybe there's some kind of binder holding them things down because you really can't even see them through the shirt.
I'm really,
because you saw opening night, right? That photo that you sent, Phil. I mean,
I mean, Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson were both in like see-through dresses.
Well,
stuff, yeah.
I mean, Dakota Johnson, I'll be brutally honest, you could almost see a pussy. And it was what it was. It was there on display. I'm recording facts here. I'm reporting facts. Sydney Sweeney looked fantastic as well. I mean, wow. I'm creating movies of my own in my head about that stuff, but
Dakota Johnson's very attractive as well.
Oh yeah.
Like, she's on a plate, Ray, basically. I
mean, she's Melanie Griffith's daughter. Of course, she's good looking.
And Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Right. Don Johnson's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Well, all I can say is the girls tried their hardest at the premiere, and guys like me were getting pretty excited. And then the reviews came in, and reality set in. I don't know what to say. I'll watch it on streaming, that's for sure. But I'm not dropping my hard-earned at the cinema. And purely word of mouth has killed this one for me.
Hey, Dave, watch it at home. Have your snacks ready. Yeah.
Make it a better experience. Yeah, you gotcha.
I will. Yeah, I'm a very disappointed man at the moment. I'm very disappointed. I feel like Neil Diamond when he recorded Solitary Man. I'm very unhappy with life.
Very unhappy.
You know, Linda was mine till the time that I found her.
Okay.
Loving Jim.
It was a long time ago, but should we grade the comic we talked about earlier?
Oh yeah, sure.
F,
I think
F,
David.
F.
Wow.
F. No, actually not F. Guess what I'm going to give it, guys? 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
5.
Yeah.
The bare fucking minimum.
I mean, that is an F, 50%. So yeah, that is.
And also, can I just say, I'm just so unhappy right now. I'm just like I'm so depressed about Madam Web. I mean, honestly, I was hoping for this movie. Ray, how many times did I mention this movie to you?
Oh, daily, Dave, daily.
Yeah, it was daily. And so my life's taken a dark fucking turn.
I feel sad. I feel sad about Dave's mood now. So damn you, Madam Web, and damn you, Brevoort.
Yeah, Brevoort. Yeah, Brevoort wandered into the line of fire at the wrong possible moment for him. Yeah, and he got what he deserved. That's for sure.
All right. So Ray, what did you give this issue?
Yeah,
I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. I didn't say I didn't, but that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But it's never going to scale the heights. You know, it is what it is. It is a filler. As I mentioned, the art degraded. It seemed towards the end of the artist got looser and looser towards the end. And it didn't offend in any way. It was fun to see Armadillo. And as you said, it's a nice, cute, schmoozy kind of issue. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to win any Eisner Awards or anything like that. So
no, I agree with you guys. I mean, great, and again, it's not that it's bad. It's just like bland, and again, that art does kind of seem to fall apart at the end. And I think it's still Boy Fam or whatever. I'm like, wow, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? He rushed it towards the end.
Rushed? Yeah, was it rushed? Maybe
rush job.
Yeah,
rush job. I mean, it's also had the misfortune of falling upon a week where the Madam Web news is coming, and I'm in no mood to suffer fools. You know.
Oh no, but Dave, if we reviewed what was it, issue 5 or whatever of Scarlet Spider, which we found was really a top notch one, you'd still be rating that that comic really well. Like,
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's some hope on the horizon, Ray. I'm glad you're seeing it because right now if anyone remembers Soundgarden, Fell on Black Days. That's my mood right now. You know.
All right. Let me cheer Dave up because Dave. Next month we're doing Scarlet Spider 17 through 19 with a certain special guest star.
Is
it Wolverine?
It is Wolverine.
Actually, that did improve my mood because it said snicked. It said snicked at the end. Yeah. No, look. I'm finally on the record for this. It's mediocre to very average, and I guess I just was in no mood for that. But I'm excited for the Wolverine crossover. Yeah. Very excited. Oh, and can I just mention while I'm on the show, just today I was showing Ray that I got a Wolverine 6-pack Marvel Legends with Omega Red and Jason Wingard.
Oh.
And Cyber,
yeah. And so I got that. I also ordered my patch and Joe Fixit's about to ship.
Oh,
and also my Wolverine and Sabretooth is coming shortly. So I've got some big ones that are coming in, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. And now that I'm talking about that, I'm feeling a bit happier now. So
good.
Life goes on.
Let's end on a better note, not a bitter one. So
life is a highway.
Life.
It's a highway.
Dave, there you go.
Oh, looks nice.
Yeah, that's good. That looks really good.
Two grumpy grouches together. Love it.
Yeah. Has he got the tan? No, it's the yellow suit.
No, it's yellow and blue, it seems. I think it's
awesome.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, yellow and black.
And black. The lightning too, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking real forward to that.
Always fun with Wolverine.
Yeah. And actually, I should also mention I've got a wedding coming up, so I'm going to be a married man. And I did say to Michelle that I should just come in dressed as Wolverine. She was just like, no.
Never worked.
And
never convinced.
Yeah, just totally got. And I picked out a wedding ring, and I said to Michelle, what are the chances I can pick a skull ring? And she said the chance is 0%. So I was given some strength because I said I wouldn't mind a skull ring. She said you've got to wear it for the rest of your life. I said that's fine. And then she realized I was totally serious. Yeah, she realized I was serious, and I would.
Yeah, should have gotten 10 rings, Dave. Just the 10 rings.
Yeah, yeah. Sammy Davis Jr. style, just come in like rings on every finger.
I thought
gold chain.
I thought Ray was talking about the Mandarin 10 rings.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
I know he was, and I was combining with my favorite Sammy Davis, who wore a lot of rings, a lot of jewelry. Hey, baby. Yeah, like life's good. I guess we all move on from the wreckage of a relationship, the wreckage of a movie. We've got to move on. You know, sharks have got to eat, got to move. You know,
that's it. We can't stay still.
Yes.
That's absolutely correct.
Still. Can't take a gun to the park. It's not worth it. You know.
Oh my.
Sorry, guys. It's like 4 a.m. here in Australia. I'm tired and grumpy.
All right. All right. Yeah. Let's get out of here then. Dave, tell everyone about Signal of Doom. What do you got going on besides?
Well, firstly, I do want to say, Phil, thank you for having me on, and Ray, thank you for indulging me. Yeah, if you want to tune into Signal of Doom for the full blow by blow account of the Brevoort Flame War. You certainly can get there, and believe you me, if he wants to come on Signal and answer 20 questions, he's more than welcome. And it'll be like having fucking OJ on the stand. I'll be. He'll want to dig up Johnny Cochran to defend himself. When I start with the prosecution. But anyway, lots of fun stuff on Signal. I'm super excited. Actually, really, when I look at the balance of the week, that was actually a highlight, really big highlight. I was actually, Ray, I was so happy, Ray, wasn't I? I sent you all the messages. I was so happy. Yeah, I was
absolutely
so fucking thrilled. So check out Signal. We're going to come back next time for this Wolverine encounter, and I'm looking so forward to it, Phil. I'm really hoping this is the big one,
Oh, yeah. I think you'll enjoy next one's. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Any Omega Red involved in this one?
No, I don't.
The tendrils.
I remember. I don't think so. No.
He sits this one out.
Oh, no. You'll like it.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Ray, the High Priest of Khonshu and all things Batman. What are you up to these days?
Listeners can still tune in to Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast. We just recently discussed the second issue, at the time of this recording, of Vengeance of the Moon Knight by Jed MacKay, Alessandro Cappuccio. Very cool, very good issue. Still, the jury's out as to who is behind the mask. Always exciting. Spider related as well. To know her is to fear her. The Spider Woman podcast. Myself and Seren, we go through. Well, we're going through Gang War at the moment, and we're all a little bit cut by Jerry. Spoilers. The son being part of Hydra. That's always fun. Go check that out. Predator and Prey with Justin and Russell. We have taken a little bit of a hiatus, but we will be recording next week, and we're going back to the classic. We're going to be doing Predator 2 from Dark Horse Comics, not the film, the adaptation, which will be fun.
Right on.
Well. Right on. You can catch me, just check out at Ray Pod, REY Pod on social media platforms. I'm there. And I just want to also announce as well, I do have another project which I have just dropped.
Wow.
It's on YouTube. It's called Ray Plays Games. Go check it out.
Of course, you had to work the Marvel snap in. I knew it.
I knew it. So this is Ray's YouTube thing where he's playing the games, isn't it, Ray? You told me about this. Yeah.
It's I've already got them all lined up. I've recorded about 10 games of different games, not all just Marvel Champions. Thank you, Phil. But weekly released. Just go through it, opening up with a Marvel Champions game, Ghost Spider, Dave, versus the Green Goblin. Yeah, the Green Goblin.
So is this on YouTube now? Can I go on YouTube and watch
this? It's on YouTube now. I've only got one video at the moment, but like I said, for the next 9 weeks, I have games racked up, and I'm still feverishly recording whenever I can. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, Gwen takes on Norman Osborn. Check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Easy victory for Gwen. Easy victory for
It was
Gwen.
an easy victory, yeah, I'd have to say.
Yeah. Was it Norman Osborn with the Green Goblin suit, or just Norman Osborn in a fucking suit?
Well, this is it's a beautiful this particular villain. It was both Norman Osborn and Green Goblin, so he does
Cool.
flip from one to the other. So that was a lot of fun.
You're just counting those dollars, aren't you, Ray? You're just drowning in money over there. You know, you monetize that bet. He's lying on a bed of money, Phil. Like after this phone call, he just goes back, lies down, and just, you know, Marlene's beside him, you know, hand in hand.
You know?
Actually, Dave, Sydney Sweeney as Marlene. How's that?
Oh, Ray, yes.
Perfect.
I'll be brutally honest. She has been in my fantasies several times as Marlene.
She would be perfect, Marlene. Yeah.
Put her in a bikini. No need to get off it quickly. Stay on it. Put her in a bikini, walking around the pool.
With machine guns. With machine guns. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I just see a lot of potential. I see a lot of potential in that storyline, you know?
Yep. Exactly.
Be fucking fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, check out Ray playing Marvel Champions for the rest of his life.
Ray plays games. No, other
Ray
games
plays
as well.
games.
They're all good.
Ray plays games. What you said on YouTube, right?
On YouTube, yeah.
I gotta find this. Yes.
He plays games with our minds. Mind games.
Yeah, mind games.
You know?
They can be they can either be very short episodes, depending on how quick the win is, or quite long. So, yeah.
I tell you what, I used to play a lot when we were kids was the Dukes of Hazzard card game. I'd like to see you play some of that, Ray. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you've got a copy,
Daisy
I'll whip it out. Oh, Daisy
and Roscoe Pico Train and yeah, Boss Hog. Yeah. And Bo and Luke, you know.
Well, I've cracked open the Knight Rider board game.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Wow. Back in the 80s.
Oh, this sounds pretty good. I'm starting to feel this. I'm going to join this YouTube, man. I'm going to check this shit out.
I need to like this. I'm joining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but
wow.
Meanwhile, over here, I mean, of course, we're up to all our usual stuff. But Dave, you need to join our Patreon because for the February episode, Lilith and I did a review of the 2024 AVN Award, the Adult Video News Award. Yeah, man.
I'm sure Lilith was all over that.
Lilith is Lilith is keyed in, tuned in. She's a big fan.
That is so fucking funny, man. Yeah. That is hilarious. That's the kind of stuff we need to do more of on Signal, and we just do about it. We do about everything else, so why not that? I say.
I was gonna say, if not on the regular show, do it on Patreon or something.
Yeah, it's a great
You want to hear Dave talk for an hour about titties? You know, we got to pay.
I mean, I do that for free sometimes as well. But yeah, they can pay to play. Yeah, I agree. You know. Yeah, great. You go on boldly where many men have gone before, Phil, which I like. Anyway, all right. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, and then in March, we're going to be talking some of Lil's favorite conspiracy theories. So yes.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. I did enjoy your previous talk of what was it, pet peeves or okay. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So they're good. Yeah, check it out, listeners. Check it out. Yeah. Sorry,
you guys do a lot of good. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. All right, should we get out of here and let Dave go to sleep if he can?
Yeah, I can. I'm so tired.
Can't tell. All right. Yeah, it's easy. You're all fired up, like you're ready to go.
I'm so tired. You know the John Lennon?
I haven't slept a wink. I know that song.
And apparently he was on the drugs heavily, and he couldn't sleep. Yeah, I know. Surprise. But someone should have said, John, you're taking like shitloads of methamphetamines. Just take some fucking dope and just go to sleep, man. Like, fucking relax. Like seriously, like relax, John. He's like scoffing down pills, and they're like, maybe that's a factor. It could be a factor in why you can't sleep. You know why? Yeah. But anyway,
people can keep.
Good song, Dave. That's cool.
Oh, great song. All
right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for these positive reviews of Scarlet Spider 16 and Madam Web. Yeah, again, the boys will be back in 1 month to talk Scarlet Spider 17 through 19 with special Special cast, some little short hairy kitty.
I'm gonna eat that up.
Until then, swing on back.
Bye.
Bye bye.